Last time on the Time Travelers, we had a big win at Victory Casino Cruises in Port Canaveral, Florida. So if you didn't get a chance, go check that out. And before we get started, make sure you like this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for all our latest content.
Tiki torch. You got it.
Go to your left through the double doors.
All right. Oh man, this is fancy.
Here we are, my fellow travelers, at the world famous Westgate Resorts in Cocoa Beach. Today we will be walking through with a certified timeshare guide, and we will give you some tips on avoiding the timeshare trap, as well as some smart moves to make when on a timeshare tour. How do you even get to go on a timeshare tour? Well, to answer that question, we have to go back in time. So let's start at the beginning. As much as the Space Coast has been in the news recently, we decided to go out and enjoy Victory Casino Cruise and then hang out at Cocoa Beach Pier the next day. Upon parking, we were given a ticket to visit the visitors booth. So we went to go check it out. At this point, the gentleman told us a couple of questionable facts to get us to go on a tour. Let's listen in.
Any big plans for today?
Chilling out here.
Grand opening going on.
So 100% there was no grand opening happening at all.
Built a new beach resort here in town.
Actually, the resort they took us to was built in 1962.
All the rooms are 2-bed, 2-bath suites. Lazy River Water Park right through the middle of it.
So the so-called water park was literally just a splash pad with small slides.
Come down on our tour bus, we feed you lunch.
So what they mean by feed you lunch is basically just chips and soda.
The place on a golf cart.
For the record, there was no golf cart.
Just for checking it out. Do y'all like to take cruises?
Oh yeah, we like to take cruises.
Well, we'll give you a cruise.
Upon further review of this give you a cruise situation, the cruise is not actually free.
Gotcha!
We decided to take the tour and score the cruise and the validated parking that they were giving out. However, to all my fellow time travelers, this is the entrance to the timeshare trap. Let's go. Westgate Resorts was founded by David A. Siegel, who started Central Florida Investments in 1970. I found it interesting that they have an A rating with the BBB, but a 1 out of 5-star customer rating currently. Then they opened Westgate Vacation Villas in 1982. Since then, Westgate has opened numerous successful resorts in locations all over Florida and even Park City, Utah and Las Vegas, Nevada. Timeshares are complicated, and I'm not personally telling you not to buy a timeshare. However, when an individual explains a complicated subject in 90 minutes and then says, make a decision today, I get a bit cautious. We call this the timeshare trap because you will be trapped on this presentation for at least an hour and a half. And if you decide to buy the timeshare, you will be trapped in that timeshare for life, or risk having to pay an arm and a leg to get out.
What?
Timeshares are not cheap to get into either. Normally, they ask for no less than $1,000 down payment on a $20,000 and up price tag. They told us this timeshare was $50,000 with a $5,000 down payment. If you or a loved one is stuck in a timeshare and want out, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you or a loved one have a timeshare and you absolutely love it, give me a shout out in the comments below. So what do you get for $50,000? Let's find out. So, as a wrap up, you be the judge. Is it worth $50,000 to stay here 3 times a year for life? How much do you think it is worth? Let me know in the comments. We did not end up buying. I found that the units and the resort as a whole was way too small, and the rooms were right next to each other, motel style. And the water park. Yeah, the water park. So, always take your time to understand big vacation purchases like this. Never rush in. Reading the fine print is definitely worth it. We give Westgate Cocoa Beach a 5 out of 10. Mostly because of the blatant lies and obvious pressure sales tactics used to get you to buy a timeshare. So in order to avoid the timeshare trap, if you are asked to go on one of these tours, just say no. The salespeople on these tours are certified professionals and they make a living on getting people like us to buy timeshares. So just be very cautious, avoid the gifts, because at the end of the day, you will wind up spending anywhere from $5,000 and up on one of these timeshares, with maintenance fees, membership costs, and taxes that they forget to mention when you're buying. Anyway, join us next week as we start where we left off at Cocoa Beach Pier.